everyone, my name is Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara's Never Seen. And today I am watching The Green Mile. Oh my gosh, he has a mouse on his shoulder. I want a rat so bad. A pet rat. I think I've talked about that too much on this series. I think I've mentioned my need for a pet rat like 8 or 9 times. So, moving on. It looks like it's about a wrongful accusing of someone, and then hopefully like it's a feel-good, tearjerker kind of deal. Uplifting story of guards and captives, husbands and wives, prisoners, and a mouse named Mr. Jingles. Oh, I'm in my best green attire. This wig that was $3, and then my green onesie from when I was a Korok. So I think I'm ready to go. How about you? Let's do it. Was that? Don't get me wrong. Yes, it was an incredible movie full of more heart than any movie deserves. But what the was that? Was not feel good. There were some good moments, but that was feel bad. You watch 3 people get the chair? Where did the magic come from? Where is that? Okay, I didn't realize it was Stephen King. Fine, sue me. Where the did that magic come from? What? Oh my god, I guess it's the length at which the public executions happened that really got me. It's that there were people at these things. I didn't realize, I don't think that's how it is today, is it? Do people go to executions of people? No, right? When they get the death sentence? No, right? No, right? The only thing that got me through, the only thing, and let me be clear, the only thing, and just one more time, the only thing that got me through was Mr. Jingles. The movie opens on a search for 2 girls. Uh-oh. The movie, though, it doesn't open on that, I guess. It opens on Tom Hanks' character in an old folks' home having kind of a mental breakdown. Then his friend comes up who definitely wants to bang him and is like, I want to help you, man. What's going on? Well, let me tell you, it was the year something, 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 and I had the worst urinary tract infection of my life. You gotta love a man who starts a story like that. There's so much to this story. There's literal magic. And he's like, well, I remember it fondly because my penis hurt real good. It's kind of a Notebook style telling, which I realize that the Notebook came way after and is also not nearly as good as Green Mile. But it reminded me of that because I've seen the Notebook and I hadn't seen this. The Notebook doesn't even have magic, so. And I still really thought that it was just a wrongful conviction. Like, they were gonna find John Coffey's character. John Coffey is the character. They were gonna find John Coffey, and then he was gonna be wrongfully accused. And then at the end, it was gonna be revealed that he didn't do it. And then he gets to go free. And then him and Mr. Jingles live forever together. They find John Coffey with the 2 girls in his hands, and he's sobbing, and he's like, I couldn't make it right. I wanted to take it back, but I couldn't. And you're like, uh-oh, well, maybe he did do it. Then he goes into the prison, and we meet Percy, who just loves his job being the Groot of saying, dead man walking. Dead man walking, dead man walking, dead man walking, dead. We know, Percy, we get it. Thank you very much. Shut the up. Thank you. Boop. I just gotta say, Percy. I love villains like that. I mean, I hate him with every fiber of my being, but that actor crushed it. He's that kind of character in this kind of movie where you know he's gonna do something so seethingly bad, and that you know what's coming to him is gonna come to him, but like it doesn't come soon enough, that something so bad happens that you just can't even believe anyone could move on from it kind of deal. You know what I mean? You know what I mean there? And so that's Percy's character in this, and true to form, that's what happened. So the first execution that you see, that's what they're on death row. I don't know why, I didn't realize I was gonna be seeing any executions here. The first one you see is this Native American prisoner. You don't ever find out what he did. It was so uncomfortable how long it went on, and Percy's just about to like cream his little shorts over there on the side because he wants to be upfront and personal with the execution. Back to the urinary tract infection. He's such a good actor. He's been struggling with this forever. He's always like sweaty and uncomfortable and sad. And there's one scene where he wakes up and he has to run outside to the outhouse because there's no plumbing in the house that he lives in with his wife. And he's running outside, he doesn't make it to the outhouse, and he like falls to his knees and in such seething pain, pees. Like you see the pee happen and his face is just like struggling. It's hard to imagine being asked to do that and just delivering such a believable, good scene. John Coffey has been in this prison, hasn't said much at all. John Coffey grabs his penis, some light comes from it, and then he starts coughing. He coughs up like gnats, like bees, locusts. I don't know what he's coughing up. He's coughing up some kind of magic bugs. And then he goes and he has sex with his wife 4 times. And apparently it's good. She's feeling good. He comes into work the next morning. He brings in freshly baked cornbread from his wife from John Coffey as a thank you. So weird, so wonderful, but not at all where I expected this story to go in the least bit. Not knowing it was Stephen King, what is happening right now? The next thing I wrote is Percy, the goddamn piece of shit, stomped on Mr. Jingles the mouse. A lot happened in between there, but it's just like so much story building, so much character building, and so mouse stomp. Coffey's like, give me that mouse. He brings Mr. Jingles back to life. Ugh. So Dell, the inmate that I and everyone else grows to love, who has Mr. Jingles, who befriends this amazing little prison rat, it's his time to die. So because they want Percy out, they let him be up in front for Dell's execution. Percy doesn't wet the sponge, which is a very crucial step, and then so the electricity is just frying him to death. It went on for a long time, and you're seeing this guy that you've grown to love suffering, and they're like, should we turn it off? What do we do? And they're like, well, we can't turn it off now. He's still alive. And we turn it off, he's just, no, because then no. So you find out that Tom's boss has a wife, and she has a brain tumor. So they just want to add another fun, sad thing to this. That's fun. I'm just glad that they keep piling it on. So they want John Coffey to heal her. John Coffey is kind of like a way more powerful Theo from Hill House. They get out of the prison eventually. They take him to the wife. He heals her, and usually he coughs up bees in a horrific manner, and he doesn't cough them up. And you're like, okay, well, he's chosen to keep the brain tumor and die this way, I guess, versus the electric chair, which I guess I feel, if that was an option, I guess. I don't know. Never been in that situation before. He pukes the gnat bee locusts into Percy's mouth, and then he ends up in a mental ward. Do you want to know what job he was gonna transfer to? Working at the mental ward, bitches. Yes! I knew it was coming. You have to have some kind of like arc of destruction for such a terrible character, but I'm glad it was such an arc of such destruction. I love movies that are so realistic, so plausible, so heavy in the way that real life is, and then it's just got this one magic ass aspect. It's so flippin' good. So Tom Hanks goes to John Coffey and he's like, what do you want me to do? Because I will do it. Knowing that he's innocent, and John Coffey's like, you know, I'm tired. The world is terrible. I have no friends. I'm tired. Then Tom Hanks is like, well, what can I do for you? And he's like, oh my God, just thinking about it, I'm gonna start crying. He's like, I just wanna see a movie. I've never seen a movie. And so they take him in to see the Heaven, I'm in Heaven movie. And the way that he watches the movie is so good. That's when I lost it. I had gotten a little misty here and there before. It's a heavy movie. It's hard. It's not even like a cry movie. It's like a, up until this point, it's just like, it's hard to watch. It's stressful and it's sad, but it's not, I didn't cry. I'm a big crier, but this part broke me. I lost it at this part. He's just so happy to watch him. It's like this one dang moment of happiness for this plagued character. And then there's the execution. Ugly crying, like sobbing, like that kind of cry that gets something out in you that you didn't even know you were holding on to, and then you just cry it out. This was just a liberating cry. And I wasn't ready for this movie to end. I was ready. It's 3 hours long. It's so good, but still 3 hours is 3 hours. At this point, I'm like, it can't end here. He walks over to the cottage, and Mr. Jingles is still alive, and it made me so happy. It was like exactly what I needed from this movie that was so draining. I wonder, let me know what you feel and what you felt when seeing this movie, but did it affect you in the ways that it affected me? I imagine so. I mean, it is hard to get through. Overall, I loved it, and it was incredible, and not at all what I thought it was gonna be. I can't believe, after all these years, that things like this don't get ruined for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week. Bye. He healed Tom Hanks' penis.
I'm in heaven, and my heart's on something else.